How you guys doing? I wanted to give my input on the Passport Bros. Um, um, Passport Bros. I think a lot of you guys. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going across the country to look for a wife, but I think you have to be realistic with yourself. I feel like if you're a guy and you've never been desired by women, I don't think going across seas, is going, I don't really feel I don't feel you should get your hopes up high. I mean, if you a dude who's never been desired by women, you know, you really shouldn't get your hopes up high about going, overseas, to find a wife. I mean, um, you know, do what you want to do, but if you're a guy who's never been desired by women, I wouldn't hold my breath about going to a foreign country to find a wife. If I was going to go to a foreign country, I'd rather just pay an escort for some ass and be over and done with it. Going across seas looking for a wife, I mean, you got to be real with yourself. If you've never been desired by women, what make you think a foreign woman would like you? What make you think you're going to go overseas and you're going to find a wife? I wouldn't hold my breath on it one bit. I would not hold my breath on it at all. Uh, you know, some guys need to come to terms and they just need to understand that they're not going to have a family. You know, like I say, do what you want, Passport Bros. Uh, go overseas. Try to find a wife. That's all well and good, but I just wouldn't get my hopes up high because you might go overseas and get your feelings hurt. One thing I do know is that, especially for men who are in their 30s and 40s, they need to just accept that they're not going to have a family. They're not going to have a wife. They're not going to have children. They're not going to leave a legacy. They just need to know that it's a done diggity. They're done diggity, done data. They need to know that. But, you know, like I say, Passport Bros, I don't think there's anything wrong with going overseas trying to find a wife, but you have to be real with yourself too. You have to be realistic. If you've never been desired by females, I wouldn't get my hopes up high because, you just may not get what you're looking for. Um, but what I can say is that, you know, there comes a point where, men just have to be honest and real with themselves. Some men are not going to procreate. Some men are not going to leave a legacy behind. Some niggas ain't shit. Some niggas ain't shit. Women don't find some men attractive. Some men ain't going to have nobody. You know, you know, and it just boils down to a man being real with himself. But, this is my take on the whole Passport Bros thing. Uh, you know, it's not a bad idea, but you have to be honest with yourself and know where you stand as a man, and you know, just be real with yourself. You know, if just accept the fact that more than likely you're not gonna have a family. You're not gonna have a wife and children. You know, a lot of men don't want to put their pride and ego to the side, but it is what it is, though. Some men ain't shit. Some men ain't gonna have no family. Some people gonna be fucked up forever, you know, and that's life. That's life for some people. I know that I'm a fuck nigga. You know, I always been a fuck nigga. I always been a piece of shit motherfucker. You know, I know where I stand. And I know as a man, I ain't worth a fuck. And a lot of guys need to realize they just ain't worth a fuck. And the idea of having a wife and children, that's not in the cards for them, you know? But that's all I want to say about this whole passport bros thing. Uh, you just have to do some soul searching and be brutally honest with yourself. Just know, you ain't gonna have no family. Your legacy will not live on. But that's all I want to say about this whole passport bros thing. Life of Hell Incorporated.